guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money, and how are all my money makers doing today? Welcome guys, hope everybody had a good day in the market, and if you're wondering how I did, do I need to say any more than this? We got the winner chicken dinner, chicken out. But what a great day in the markets, guys. Started out a little crazy. Actually, the Dow was down today, NASDAQ up, bouncing around. Crazy what's going on in the markets. Just so much stuff happening. Bitcoin's having a rally back. It's been crazy. And even tonight, while we're live, we're going to make a live trade. So, because a lot of people have been asking me, Raja, how do you do these after-hour trades? And that's where I'm making a lot of money on these after-hour trades. This morning, I made like $60,000. Thank God I got up early for it. So the traditional markets, open at 8 o'clock. Well, there's pre-markets and after markets, which to me, I have a feeling one day these markets are just going to trade 24/7. I think the only reason that they're not trading like that is that that they don't do it yet is because brokers want a break, and like option trading, you need to have a kind of set time limits for. But I mean, it's crazy to see what some of these stocks do, like in the pre-hours and the after hours. I mean, some days Apple will be up 2 points before the market opens, so 4 a.m. Eastern when it starts, and then by time the market opens, it's down 2 points. It's crazy. So today, Jaguar, which I had 80,000 plus shares of it. I liquidated all of it everywhere, and then I got back into it later in the day. But Jaguar this morning went up to 410, 415. We were 405, 410, 415. And you know what? Like I said, you got to be up early. You got to take advantage of these things. So I'm going to show you guys how to do an after-hours trade live today, because a lot of people have been asking. So, and pretty much all trade platforms have after-hours. So standard after-hours trading, East Coast time, is usually like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But then there is extended even beyond that, and like Webull and some other companies have that. I don't have that access to that at Schwab, but starting at actually 4 a.m., you can make trades in the morning on some different platforms. And if you guys do want, I did share I pinned to the comments my Webull link, and I'll post it right here for you guys. So if anybody wants to get a trading account, that's my Webull link. Check it out. And if you guys do it, you guys get a free share of stock or more. You can get up to 18. You can get up to an $1,800 share of stock. I got one for $6, or you get 2 shares of stock. I got 2 shares of a $3 stock, and one I got like a series, which was like $6. But hey guys, let's look at what we did today, where we're at. Lots of trades, and we'll talk about them. And let's pull up the screen here, let you guys see. So for the day, up $132,000. One thing I don't like about Schwab is that it doesn't recognize in and out on some of these stock trades. So some of these trades, while they look like they're down or up, they may actually not be. This is just reflective of the day, not when we actually bought them, and and different things throughout the day. So sometimes there's a little bit confusing of where it all stands. A couple of them I averaged down on today. Some of these are very cheap, so it's averaging down isn't very expensive. Like OZOP Energy, I bought an extra 50,000 shares for $2,000. But you can see the real money is right here in the option plays, and like I've said all along, that's where we're going to make our big money is options. Trading some of these stocks. This is fun if you don't have the large amounts of money. That's where stuff like that comes in handy and works out. But they're very high risk, very high risk. All this is high risk, so always be very careful. Remember, this channel is for entertainment purposes only. And just be smart about what you buy and sell and how you do it. So always be careful. But let's take a look here. So this is what we did. So this is where the account stands today, but $132,000 day. Let's look at all the trades we made today, just a ton of them. So first thing we did this morning in pre-market before the market opened was we bought Castor Maritime, 20,000 shares at 39.75 cents. And then here was the Jaguar. So as it was going up this morning, so Jaguar right now is at after hours is at 359 by 360. It's actually down a little bit. It was up after hours, closed at 369. Had a nice rally today after, dropping yesterday. But at one point today, it got as high as $4.30 pre-market this morning. So you can see here, so Jaguar, I sold 10,000 shares at 405. I sold 25,000 shares at $4.15. And this was all 6:15 my time. So 6:08, this is East Coast times, but where I live. So I was up early to make these happen. And then another 10,000 I tried at 4.25, but then it had started coming down. So I did 10,000 at 416. And that got me out of all my stock. Then I thought, we made a nice little profit. So I jumped back in, got 15,000 shares at 389. And then I got another 10,000 shares at 385 as it was dropping, hoping it would be a good play. And that was all pre-market. Then once the market opened, I bought 10,000 more shares. Well, it says 91.40. I think because we were off, somewhere I was off. So I wanted to have an equal number. So I bought 9,140 more shares at 351 to get me up to the 40,000 shares that we have in the account now. So when it, so nice little bounce. Like I said, a little sell off, but we did good. If tomorrow morning this thing's up 20-30%, we'll be out of it again. 20-30 cents, excuse me. Then we also bought pre-market NAC. Was moving. This is a cheap 60 cents a share. Then the Ozop Energy pre-market at 0.053. It was actually up for a while during the day once I had bought it. And then I did another 40,000 or 50,000 shares. So these are very, for me, when you're up and you're up, for the day, $130,000, throwing, $5,000-$10,000 of this stuff really isn't the end of the world. Obviously on these, stocks today we're down about, $8,000 here. Zoe is, well, we actually made some money. Like Zoe's down, but I had some Zoe, and you'll see here that I bought, at 85 cents, sold it at $1.03, just different little trades. Yeah, right here. Bought these at 91 cents today on Zoe, sold it at $1.02. So, picked up a little, $800 extra, or $900, whatever that is, 800, somewhere in there. So made some of those little trades like that. I also I'm looking and I'm studying, what to do with you guys a bigger screen to see, like with Neo and Apple. So Apple had a great day today, up $2.09. I just feel the next 2 days. I know stock futures right now are up after hours. So if you look at the stock futures, they are up, a little bit, very, pretty much flat. But this is going to be, this could get, this is going to be interesting with Donald Trump and everything going on and what's happening, because nobody really knows what's going to happen. I mean, obviously they're going to impeach him, or they're going to pass to impeach him in one area. Will it pass the other one? What's going to happen? He's kind of laid out some threats saying, you don't want to do this. There are also some people saying, why do we want to waste everybody's time on this if we're going to be, doing, Biden's taking office. Let him focus on the office. Let's not just have everyone tied up on an impeachment trial for, 100 days and the money. And so I don't know. I mean, they obviously people think they have to do something. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I just feel that the next 2 days could be interesting, because you have tomorrow. Everybody's, everybody assumes that, and I think we're safe to assume Biden's going to give a really big stimulus plan. But how big is it going to be? How much value is it going to be? Is that going to make a huge difference? That's the real question. I don't know. Nobody knows until we see it. But even if he's going to put all this, he puts $2 trillion more in stimulus back into the market, that's great. But I mean, it's still at some point there could be a sell-off. It doesn't matter. It takes a while for that stimulus to hit. He puts this big money into the marketplace, but then there's more riots or more violence. I don't think Trump's calling for any more. I don't know if he called for violence or not, or what he expected to happen. I don't think that's what he's going to continue to do the next 7 or 8 days. But nobody knows. So I'm going to be more conservative the next 2 days. And we've done really well on Fridays. So, Friday is the day to beat this thing up. We beat Tesla up last Friday. I'm going to do it again this Friday. I think the premiums are going to be really good. we'll play it safe, 50, 60 points below this, where it is in the morning, get in there early, and we'll just milk it, every hour or two as Tesla stays the same price, goes up or comes down a little bit. We'll close out a position and keep going up. And hey, welcome Bonsai Yum Review in the house, one of our YouTube sponsors. So he has access to those green up arrows because it wasn't up day to day. So welcome, guys, and welcome all my YouTube sponsors watching. Any of you guys can join and become a YouTube sponsor and have access to those emojis and stick out in the chat. So appreciate it. Help support the channel. But yeah, so it's interesting. I just want to be conservative, kind of like I did with the elections. And like I said, I lost out on making a lot of money during election week and stuff. But like I said, it's hard to say. You just don't know. Next up, let's talk about, we're talking about Jaguar. So here's Jaguar, $3.61 a share right now. So I don't know. Should we be a buyer of this? Should we be a seller? It's interesting. They had some good news out today. They did another offering for a couple million shares above $3.38 where it had closed yesterday. They also have some other news out that looks positive. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what it does in the next day. So my question is, everybody in the chat, should I buy? Because I want to do a live trade so you guys can see how this works after hours. Should I be a buyer right now of? We're going to do 10,000 shares. Should I be a buyer of 10,000 shares or a seller of 10,000 shares of Jaguar Health? What do you guys think? Greg C, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Have you ever driven a Tesla, Raja? I have. I drove one about 4 or 5 months. I've been in them several times, and I drove one. I drove the model. The nice one, is it the X or the Y? The one that's like 100,000 self-driving. The nicer one. I did a test drive because I was debating getting one. But I did drive it. I thought it drove great. I liked it. I like the Cadillac Escalade, just a little bit more room in it. And it has, I'm not really so much worried about the, energy and stuff. I'm more into the size of the car and the self-driving. So the self-driving is what's big for me, which the Tesla does. But like I said, I don't know, if I should, I don't know what I should be doing. It's hard to say. So I like I said, I think it's a great car. It's a great product. Way overvalued company, but great product, great car. So definitely like it and stuff. Ashley says Robinhood platform not available in Australia. Any other recommended? Not off the top of my head. But for all of you guys who are watching, that's my Webull link. If anybody wants to sign up, you get 2 free shares of stock. So make sure you check that out. And definitely appreciate it if you use my link if you don't have a Webull account yet. Might as well get the free stock and help the Raja. So, all right. So Jaguar, guys, what did you guys all decide? So I see buyer, seller, buy, seller, buy, sell on the news. All sorts. God, you guys. What do you guys think? There's 140 people watching. What do you guys think? So somebody says for Australia version is steak. So I'm not familiar with that. Doug says Raja GM stock is a good buy now. All this auto stuff is on fire. Jason says, have you ever looked at fuel cell energy? Not really. I'm a little bit familiar with it, but I haven't really studied it or anything big. So, King Cobra. Hey, Raja, new Patreon member here. You have invested in crypto. Also, can you send us your current holdings at end of market? Thanks. One is during our live show, that's, what we show. So always make sure if you are watching, the current holdings and stuff. And I did do an update during the day because there was so much movement going around with a lot of this stuff, just so people had it, because it is confusing. But yeah, we'll work on some different stuff and see what we can do and stuff. Also, back to this other question here, I guess. Crypto. So I've set up a new account on crypto. I'm just getting it set up and funded on Coinbase for you guys. So I'm going to show you guys how we're going to buy crypto. We're going to buy a set amount, $25,000, $50,000 a month. And we're going to buy it on the same day every month for the same amount of money. And we're going to see after a year how we did. If it comes down, so be it. We'll get it at a better price. And if it keeps going up, so be it. We'll just make money along the way and have an even bigger stake in it. But the only way to really successfully buy something that's so expensive nowadays and fluctuates so much is we have to just say, we're going to do this on the same day, same time, every month like clockwork. And after 12 consecutive months, we'll see where we're at. hopefully we are up a lot of money. Hopefully it's $100,000 a share and it's all-time highs in 12 months. And it'll be a really great day for us. If it's not, it will be a really miserable day. Or, who knows, maybe it'll be flat. I don't know. But that's about the only way to really play crypto because it moves too much. And we just don't know where it's going. So let's see. Logic Neo says ZOM will hit on a high this time and next day. Yeah. So ZOM, we made some good money on ZOM and then pulled back today. I had the one trade that did okay. I almost got out. It was about 119, 120 earlier in the day. I almost got out on the stuff, the average down stuff at 105. I was about flat and didn't, but it is what it is. All right. So what do we decide on Jag, guys? Are we buying or selling Jaguar? I want to show you guys a live trade. So we go here to Jag. So I have 40,000 shares of it. The current price is, we'll go to trade. The current price is 360 by 361. So I do have some Jag I bought today at the 351 that I have a profit in, 10,000 shares, 9,000 shares of it. So $1,000 profit. But I don't know. What do you guys think? So I want to show you guys, how to do it, and make sure, let's see. Buy or sell. So we got to select an action, buy or sell. I'm going, I'm going to buy. I'm bullish on it. I like it. We're going to buy 10,000 shares, like I just said. And the price is, let's see here. Now it's 362 by 363. It's coming up. So we'll put a limit order in at 3.63. Oops, 63. This is a live trade, guys. And where it says timing, we have to do extended hours. So right now it's 362, 363. We'll hit review order. So $36,000 trade. Acknowledge that this is after hours that we're doing it. And boom, we are in. Let's check the order status now. Let's see, today's orders. Now we have to find it. This is the hard part. Let's see, 351. Here we go. So we successfully bought our, yep, well, it says partial fill, but it looks like a full fill. Let's see. All right, so if we go back, so right now we've got 5,000, about 7,000 shares of it. Let's see why. It must have went up. It's still 362 by 363. So if we refresh this, but this is how you do a before market or pre-market or after market live. This is how you do it in your systems. You just have to make sure you select the right thing. Let's see. Oh, so we got it completed. All right, guys. So we got our 10,000 shares at 363. So now when we come back here, we'll have 50,000 shares for my Patreon members. This will serve as your notification of my moves so you guys can see it. But when we come back to the account, there we go, 63. And now, as you can see, we have 50,000 shares of Jag. So it's complete. So hopefully it pays off big and fingers crossed. Hopefully tomorrow we can catch it. Hopefully tomorrow morning it's up again 30, 40 cents and I look like a hero. But you never know, never know. So also, guys, let's talk about this one. So I tried it, my Patreon members, I was trying to short it all day. Remember, I told you guys Signal was going to tank. I said this one. Remember, I said this would be a great short, and it went to $70. But yeah, I mean, look at this thing. So I mean, I feel bad for the person who paid 70. So yesterday it tanked, way off, and then again today it was down even more, another 15% today. So today's range was 586 to 1060. Honestly, this thing should be $1 again. I don't understand who would buy a share of this still today at $10. I was trying to short it when it was around between $9 and $10 today. And it's my message from Schwab was no stock available. So just nothing available for it. So wasn't able to short it. Was hoping to, but unfortunately I couldn't do it. Jaguar now, since we bought it, is now down a penny. We've already lost a penny, 362 on the analyst, or 2 cents penny. I don't know. But I'm still confident in it. Still looks good. So we got that one. And pretty much all these you can buy and sell pre-market and aftermarket. And it's, like I said, it's very interesting because sometimes they move so much. That's when you get, better, better stuff, better deals, better pricing. So you have to always pay attention to that. So definitely take a look at that. Also, with YouTube, if you want to follow me, you got to click the follow button and you got to click the gray bell to get notifications. If you don't click that gray bell, you're not going to know when we're going to go live. You're going to miss out on valuable information that we talk about during the live show. Same with Facebook. If you haven't followed me yet and you don't click the little thumb up button, the like button, you don't get notifications unless unless the like button is clicked as well as the follow button. So they both have a 2-step process to make sure that you have notifications on. So King Cobra says, check out Plug. We've looked at Plug before. I think, Plug stuff because it's run so much. I think it's way over. I mean, it's hard to say. It's at some point, everything has to stop. At some point, how high can something go? I don't know, So I mean, at some point, stuff has to stop. I mean, I don't know. It's just very high, very expensive. What goes up can come down just as fast. It's not as stable. Did you see the story about the guy who forgot his password for Bitcoin? Yeah, and that's going to happen a lot more. People are going to be forgetting Bitcoin passwords and stuff like that. So definitely will happen a lot more. But yeah, it is what it is. So got to be careful with all that kind of stuff. It's hard having secure passwords and then forgetting them, and it's a lot. Like with me, with a lot of my cryptocurrency, I use a thing called the Trezor. There's a little device that you plug in. So I'm not actually keeping it. It's kind of like my own safety deposit box on me. So a couple of problems. One, if I ever lose the Trezor, you basically just lost millions of dollars. If I forget my password to the Trezor, you basically lost millions of dollars. So there's a lot of risk, and that's one of the issues. So I mean, there's services like Coinbase and different things that are good for it, but it just depends, where you want to leave all your stuff and how you want to do it. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. So for tomorrow, guys, I'll probably do some averaging up or down depending on where the market is, since this is where we're at. On Apple and Neo, they're both nice profits in those. I only really have about $50,000 more in play on those for the week, and I want to end the week at 5.5 million at least. So we're getting closer. If those two hit, and maybe Jaguar goes up 50 cents tomorrow, we'll be very close. But yeah, my goal is, my goal is, like I said, we want to make at least $250,000 a week. We want to make, hopefully we want to end the year with 25 million. So we got to, but as the account grows in size, the weekly numbers are going to grow in size because we'll have more money in plays and more contracts. And also Friday isn't here yet, so we'll take advantage of Friday. Also, I may make some moves into next week. I don't know. It'll be an interesting day tomorrow. It's just hard to say. This next week, just between now and Wednesday, we got a week. It worries me because you just don't know what's going on, and who knows what the plans will be. With Biden's new stimulus tomorrow. Just don't know. It's hard to say, but we'll all be watching and paying attention. Also, remember, there's no trading on Monday. It's Martin Luther King holiday. So the markets only have 4 days next week. So we did good during those 4-day weeks with New Year's and Christmas. So we'll take advantage of that. So that means that premiums are going to be way higher now than they're going to be later on. So the premiums are going to be much better right now than because, well, they're the same, but Monday is like a free day. So if, let's say, Apple, like we've talked about, where it goes down X amount every single day, if Apple, it's a $2 strike, it's $3 above this thing, every day it's going to lose that 20, 30 cents a day. It's going to be worth more money at the end of it's like Monday is a free day. Here's your free 20 cents, 30 cents, whatever the value of that is. I've also been looking at Tesla, and like I said, Friday we'll try and pick apart Tesla a little bit more like we did last week. I've also been looking at Nikola and some of these other ones. There's a lot of stuff. It's just where we get the most bang for the buck and play it safe. We want to play it safe. This is a simple system. all this, the trading in these little stocks, these are for fun. You know what? We're making a lot of money. We're making a quarter, 200, 300,000 a week. Let's throw 10,000, see what we can hit, and pray for the best, and hope it all works out. But you got to be very, very careful, because this stuff can move, and it moves fast when it moves. So, like I said, you can, with the pennies, you can make money in the lower end stocks, but you can lose it fast too. So I'd much rather be stable with my option plays. They're not as exciting. They're not as sexy. They're boring. It's not. Everybody wants the action and activity, but it is kind of boring. You know what? Raja made a trade on, last Friday, waited it out all week, made $250,000 and did the same thing again. It's boring. I understand. I get it. But let's make money. That's what this is all about. You guys are my money makers. I hope you guys all have a great day in the markets tomorrow. We did great today, $132,000. We're up for the week, basically about $126,000. We got 2 more days left in this week. We're going to hit at least my goal, minimum $200,000 this week. I want to have the account up for the first 2 weeks of the year at by $500,000. I think we can do it. Let's pray for the best. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I hope you subscribed on YouTube, followed me on Facebook. I put my link in there for Webull so you can get the free stock. If you guys don't have an account yet at Webull, definitely sign up. Check it out. It's free to sign up. Nothing to lose. And, hey, let's make lots of money. Take care, guys.